One of the big reasons I chose UConn and NEAG is such a strong program. I mean, initially, I knew I wanted to stay in state. I grew up in Farmington, so UConn was in state. But in addition to that, I knew it was a competitive program. It had a great reputation. One thing that inspired me to be a teacher was that I love working with people. I love working with people, and I love being in front of the classroom. Public speaking is something that is a passion of mine. I'd like to go into it in the future. And so I get to do that every single day, working with the kids. I get to teach them and hopefully have a positive effect on them, especially my kids. Some of the backgrounds that they're from, I'd like to hopefully inspire them not only academically, but also just as people. The best part of NEAG was the preparation. Preparation and the highly accessible professors and their knowledge. The exposure in the classroom is immense. Obviously, you start junior year, you start going to placements. Then senior year, do the placement, and then your student teaching experience. And then grad year, you're back out doing your internship. So you were constantly in this school. So now when you go out your first year, sure, it is a little bit of a shock because now you're actually working. But you feel more comfortable in the school. You feel more comfortable interacting with teachers and principals, and because you've been out there so much. And as far as professors, they're very easy to access when you need help. I didn't have to deal with TAs. I was working with professors, which was great, and highly knowledgeable, and so you feel like you're learning from the best. Joseph Maddow was one of my favorites. Very knowledgeable. I enjoyed his class on assessment. Because it's practical, but also had like great sense of humor. I was kind of still am, but I was a class clown even in college. You know, some people grow out of it, but I still was a class clown in college. And Dr. Maddow was able to accept me as a student and actually use that in the classroom. So I felt accepted. I felt welcome. But I learned so much. I learned so much from him, and so I guess the short answer is he's very personable and knowledgeable at the same time. Kind of is like a little family when you go through the NEAG. I remember I said this in my essay, my application essay for NEAG, that a good teacher is a psychologist, a guidance counselor, a friend, an academic. So they have to have those various qualities because you're not dealing with a computer, you're not dealing with a machine, you're dealing with a person. And especially here at this school, a person that may have severe emotional needs. So you have to be able to cater to them in different ways, giving them guidance for life. Not being a friend in the traditional sense, but being a mentor, an older brother or older sister that they can go to sometimes if they just want to talk about the Yankees or the Giants, or they just want to talk about fishing or any hobby that they have, a listening ear. And then obviously an academic, still is a school. So an exceptional teacher is one that considers the person. The program helped me make the transition from student to professional because, one, the exposure. You're constantly in the field when you're going through the IBM experience. Additionally, there's an emphasis on leadership, taking charge as an educator. And so that has influenced how I proceed in the school, with meetings, with maybe signing up for a committee. Leadership and exposure are two things that the IBM program is big. Teaching here is fast-paced. Every day you're going to get something new. You never know because the kids are in a different mood every day. It's a different dynamic, but it's an enjoyable one. And even though it's a challenge to learn that behavior, these kids have good hearts, and so you really want to help them and help make them better people. The NEAG is a great school. It really is. Like, you're going to get prepared, you're going to work hard, and you're going to feel like you're supported.